Greetings, from Martio here. Welcome to a new album review, as we do on most Fridays. At the moment, it's all new albums, which is pretty cool after that barren time when we didn't get one. So today's is an album that came out last week, and it's the 13th album by the legend that is Ozzy Osbourne. The album is called Patient Number 9. It was produced by Andrew Watt, and there's quite a lot of people on here. This is basically Ozzy and friends having some fun. You can tell in the sound of it that everyone was having a bit of fun. So we've got Ozzy Osbourne, of course, on lead vocals and harmonica, and the additional musicians are on here. We have got Zakk Wylde on guitar, who plays on tracks 3, 7 and 9. Jeff Beck plays on a couple of tracks. Tony Iommi's on a couple of tracks. Mike McCready from Pearl Jam is on one. Eric Clapton's on here. Josh Homme from who's he? Oh, he's in QOTSA, isn't he? Queens of the Stone Age, of course. Dave Navarro from Jane's Addiction. Really nice to see Robert Trujillo back with him, because he did bass with him before he joined Metallica. Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses on here. Chris Chaney from Jane's Addiction. Chad Smith from Pearl Jam. Not having a good time of it. Red Hot Chili Peppers, of course, and the late Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters. First track on here is the title track, and it's called Patient Number 9. This is okay. It's got some really nice guitar work. It featured Jeff Beck. Pretty solid opener. Then we get Immortal. Now, I don't know if the bass line is Robert or Duff. I've got a funny feeling it's Robert. Sounds great. And it features Mike McCready on the guitars. A really solid track. Really solid track. Like that one as well. Then we get Parasite. Now, this features Zakk Wylde. Still a great guitarist. Still a big man in rock. Another really good song. Solid. Absolutely solid. Next track. No Escape From Now. This is my favourite track on the album. And it's so great. It's got Tony Iommi on it. Still driving out them riffs. Great vocal from Ozzy. Okay, they may do a bit of pitch thing on it, but it doesn't matter. It's just great to see him performing and making music again. Next track, One of Those Days. Now, this features Eric Clapton. Who would ever thought it? Eric Clapton on an Ozzy album. But I'll tell you something. Eric's playing on this is just fantastic. He really can rock, and it's great to hear him doing proper bluesy guitar again. It is such fantastic. How the hell they got Eric to do this, I don't know, but someone pulled an absolute gem here. It's absolutely brilliant. And then A Thousand Shades. Again, this features Jeff Beck, and Jeff Beck plays out of his skin. And they've got some strings on this. It is a really great track. I am so surprised. Mr. Darkness. Now, this is probably one of the weaker tracks on the album, but it's still a good track. Really like that one. Nothing Feels Right. Great track. Guitar solo here from Zakk Wylde is brilliant. Nice to see in Back in the Fold. Really strong track. Evil Shuffle. This is great. This has got some great riffs. Certainly in the Black Sabbath mould. Some great guitar work again from Zakk Wylde. Terrific track. Then we get Degradation Rules. This sort of features Robert and Chad and Tony. You got half a Black Sabbath and two great musicians. It's a brilliant track. Absolutely brilliant. Dead and Gone. One of the weaker tracks on the album. It's still good though. Well, it's still listenable. God Only Knows. Brilliant. Featuring Dave Navarro. Great guitar work on this. Really strong vocal from Ozzy, although it's probably been cleaned up and that. I mean, the man's in his 70s. I don't care. It's just great hearing him singing again. Then it ends up with Darkside Blues. Now this is a bit different. That's something you wouldn't expect from Ozzy Osbourne. The vocals are a little bit different. They've done some effect on it, but it works. It's a great track. Okay, personally I think this is a really good album. It's certainly better than An Ordinary Man. As I said, all I can describe this is as Ozzy and mates having some fun, and you can tell that there's a lot of fun in this album. I mean, okay, his voice has been probably added bits on and that, but this is a man that's been seriously ill. I mean, he suffers from Parkinson's and he's still rocking and rolling. I'm just so appreciative that he's still been able to want to do this. Is this going to be his last album? I don't know. But if it is, he's gone out on a high. He really has. But you just, you know, his health is failing. I mean, there's a great interview on YouTube with him and Sharon talking about this album. I mean, it did try to capture some of that Glory Day stuff, and they did. The tracks from Tony are brilliant. Zakk Wylde plays well on this. It's just what you expect from Ozzy Osbourne. And I'm going to give this album an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10 because I think it is a damn good album. Check it out. I really enjoyed this. I've played it quite a lot this week, and the more I hear it, the more I love it. Okay, that's all for this week. Well, there could be a little impromptu unveiling over the weekend or today. It all depends on when it comes in the post. So look out for that. We'll be back on Sunday this week because obviously Monday is the funeral of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. So we will not be doing anything that day. But on Sunday we have got John and Vangelis part 4 of part 4 of the Vangelis story. Next week's classic album is a real classic and a sad classic album. It's Lynyrd Skynyrd's Street Survivors. So I'll see you all on Sunday. It's strange doing this on a Sunday, but there you go. So have a great day. I'll be popping on either later or tomorrow to give you an unveiling of a new box set by Marillion. I think we know which one it is. So it'll either be today or tomorrow, or depends when it gets here. So bye for now, and see you all Sunday.